Hey guys, Carl White and the Marketing Animals are doing Loan Officer Freedom Podcast, and they're updating this thing every couple of weeks. They're offering you strategies and tips and things to make you more successful, and it's all free. Really cool stuff by these guys. You might want to check it out. All you have to do to sign up for it is click this banner right over there, or if we're on Facebook, right up above. I want to start out today by giving a big shout out to Greg Beckman with Hancock Mortgage. After reviewing Listing Booster's user numbers, Greg's marketing efforts have generated more leads than anybody in the history of Listing Booster. Now, the thing is, Greg hasn't even had his account for 1 year, and he's generated leads in the 5 digits. Think about that, 5 digits. Greg's generated north of 1,000 leads per month consistently since he's had his account. It's a true story, guys. I'm not making this stuff up. And of course, it's not surprising that Greg's a top producer. See, the thing is, and what we've come to know, Greg would be a top producer with or without Listing Booster. He's just got it in his DNA to succeed. We, however, are happy he's using Listing Booster, happy that he's on our team, and I'm happy to call him my friend. Great work, Greg. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to call Greg today and have him do a Q&A with us on one of our upcoming Tuesday free coaching sessions. I think I can get him next week. Now, you guys get to call in and ask him questions on what he's doing, not only with Listing Booster, but how he's succeeding. And if you want to sign up for that, all you have to do is click this banner right over there.
On to the show. Check it out. Wells Fargo is refunding. Brian, they're either getting fined or they're refunding. So today, they're refunding $80 million. Yes, that's $80 million to over 1.5 million customers. Oh my gosh. For wrongfully forcing auto insurance on them. Mortgage lawsuits? Check. Servicing lawsuits? Check. Discrimination lawsuits? Check. Deposit and account lawsuits? Check. Brian, am I missing anything?
Insurance lawsuits?
Yeah, good one. Auto lawsuit. Check. What's happened was Wells Fargo would buy insurance if you didn't provide proof of insurance to them. It didn't mean that you didn't have insurance. It just means you didn't show it to them. Now, funny thing, this revelation came from Wells Fargo's internal reviews. Just like the fake account scandal, making Wells the most masochistic company in the country. Something kind of fun about that, isn't there? So now Wells is going to stop these forced insurance policies, which means the next lawsuit is probably going to come from somebody who didn't get insurance and Wells didn't force it on them. But seriously, with all this bad press, how does Wells have any account holders right now at all, man? I mean, why would anybody bank with them? Not that they're any worse than any other big bank. Wells is just that kid who stopped and got caught while all his friends kept on running.
This is exciting. Fannie's new SEL-2017-06 is here. And here's what you need to know, if you don't already know. Fannie's expanding its DTI to 50% on more loans and have removed compensating factors. So more folks can push their qualifying abilities to that very limit with their payments, right? Now here's my concern. You can now use 0 payments on student loans if no payment is shown on the credit report and the borrower has an income-driven repayment plan. This point is going to further tax that borrower with a 50 back-end ratio, the guy who's just barely able to make that payment. Further, you don't have to hit a borrower with a mortgage payment if you've got 12 months canceled checks showing somebody else is making that payment. Once again, this stands to further stress your borrower who has that 50 or higher ratios. And if your borrower has alimony, okay, check this out, you can now take that off the income rather than use it as a debt. Once again, stressing that 50 DTI guy or gal. Now, what we're hearing from Fannie is that the 50 DTI last week could look more like a 60 or even higher now if you use some of the changes that I just mentioned. Now, this is where it gets tricky, guys. You may be able to get an approved eligible on a loan that does not meet your company's ability to repay. In which case, what do you do? Now, if you fund that loan and it defaults, you didn't do your due diligence with your ability to repay. If you don't fund that loan that's eligible, you could be guilty of disparate impact under the wrong circumstances. So, what looks great on the surface could be tricky waters to navigate down the road. So, we recommend that your company have a written plan in place on how to deal with these scenarios if and when they do occur.
Further, you no longer have to have documentation on disputed accounts unless that account is the make or break for qualifying. This must be intended to encourage you to use more credit repair companies to qualify more folks from our homes. And that's a result, obviously, of our market slowdown. Sure, we have qualified borrowers, but they can't afford what's currently the most expensive buyer's market U.S. real estate has ever known. Think about it. More 50 DTI, more changes favorable to lower ratios, and easing up on disputed accounts? Fannie's pushing the envelope to keep our housing market going in the right direction. The question is, are these changes too much of a good thing?
Everything in these Fannie changes are intended to push people's ability to make that payment. It's always been my personal contention that we had mass defaults, not necessarily because skin in the game, but because those payments were just too high. Those 228s that adjusted where you had like these 5 margins.
Yeah.
So right now what we're doing is we are stressing that person's actual ability to just make that payment. A 50 is no joke for somebody who's making $70,000 a year.
Right.
Then you start making changes to alimony, and you start not hitting them with payments that they're going to have.
Yeah.
Boy, this is, I gotta tell you, this is a little scary to me.
Yeah, this is what Barry was talking about on Monday's show, man. It's the same sort of thing. Let us know your comments on this down below. It's interesting stuff. You guys have a great day. Please forward and share. Subscribe for free in your upper right-hand corner. We'll catch you guys later here at the National Real Estate Post.
And when you share this, tag other people who might like it. It's totally helpful for us.
Yeah. Tag, you're it.
Thank you. Bye.